And then another thing I don't like about Kendrick Lamar is that he's definitely, most certainly, 100% a fake pro black.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Because
fake pro black.
Think about it.
Yes, 100%. Because in Meet the Grams, he was telling people to keep their kids away from Drake. So if Drake is a pedophile and he's a danger to children, why aren't you trying to get him arrested? Why are you not trying to get this the fuck up out of here? Instead of, I want to rap, I want to use it for my rap songs.
And I don't know why, man. And that's my biggest problem with this whole beef. Because is there real people getting in touch here? Like, if Kendrick's really being abusive or Drake's really with kids and nobody's been arrested yet, then our priorities are all jacked up.
Listen, but for Drake, though, I said it in my other video. I don't care about if this beat his bitch. I really don't give a shit about the beat, about the. I could see Drake because I wouldn't care about it for beating his. He's just saying it to be, you know what I'm saying.
You can still be pro black though, like you can be pro black but just not give a about kids. Because people do that shit often. Like they'll just use the kids as a virtue signal to be like, oh, think of the children. I'm doing it for the kids, but really they don't give a
And that's exactly what I feel like Kendrick. That's definitely what he did. Because another thing that he did was, and then another thing, because I think I said in the, Kendrick Lamar is stupid to me. He really is a dumbass. Like, because if your angle is to protect children, why would you even mention that Drake has a daughter? Why would you? It don't even like, because I said, even if Drake was hiding a daughter, why would you even mention her?
I think this ties into. I think this goes all the way back to Pusha T and shit. Because Pusha T said in an interview, we were talking about Story Body Down, they're like, "Oh, do you think you went too far?" He's like, "I don't care. They ain't no too far. You know, they go low, take it to the flow, something like that."
But see, the difference is Pusha T wasn't trying to be no fake pro black.
Now that's what I'm on. Like, how did this whole situation make it look like he's fake pro black? You can still be pro black and not give a fuck about kids.
No, whoa.
Yeah, I'm so serious. Like, there could be like certain stance that somebody can have, but they're like, "Oh, I want this for my people, this for my people." But when it comes to this instance, oh yeah, you and your family. I'm gonna come.
But he was not saying him and his family. He was saying he was trying to protect people, kids from Drake.
Allegedly,
so what you're saying is that's why I say he a fake ass pro black. Because why do you care about why do you care about protecting people kids if that's not what you if you don't give a about that?
Because the kid thinking pro black thing is like that's a little bit non sequitur. If he's a fake child activist, I'll agree with you. But be a fake pro black. You can still be pro black and still do dirty shit to still fight another black person. You know, that's just kind of like
that's what would make you a fake pro black. What?
Back in the day too, like when W.E.B. Du Bois and Booker T. Washington, they actually two black civil rights activists, they actually went at each other, even though they both were for, you know, Black Revolution, all this shit. They still, like, you know, when it came to the papers, asked about the other one. They was like, "Oh yeah, that nigga. I didn't like. I don't care about his policy and stuff like that."
Okay, I don't know that situation, but that's what would make a fake pro black. I'm down for my people, but let's talk. But you, yes. Especially if the didn't do nothing to you on that level.
Just because you pro black don't mean you got to be down with every black person. Because every black person is down with every black person. You know.
I didn't say that you got to be down with every black person. But if your goal is to protect kids and you're just using that to get a one up in the beef and you don't really mean that, come on, that's bullshit.
Hey, there's also funny timing. Pro blackness. This track's a dumb spite.
That's some bro. That's some shit. What?
It's also funny timing how Kendrick just wants to diss Drake after all the years of Drake being weird.
Right,
Like he could have
because
dissed Drake whenever that first happened.
like I
Well, they've
said, if
always
the
been
like
dissing each other. They've been sneak
because
dissing
like I
back and forth for
because like
like over a decade. This is the only time they actually need name dropping.
right because like I
But it's not
said,
about the kids.
if
It's not
the
about the kids though.
yeah like the kid, but if I say if the was really this is like again he a fake pro black and you just literally agreed to that. So it is what it is. I mean, of
Yeah, I
course,
said that you could be pro-black and still be spiteful to like another black person's image.
that would make you a fake. That would literally classify you as a fake pro black, in my opinion.
I'm not sure how. Like,
I
cause
mean, you
if
can.
you
I
could be
mean, there's
pro-black, you're
different.
like,
If you disagree with somebody and you don't like how that particular black person is moving, but in this case, Drake really didn't do nothing to this. He literally said in Euphoria, "I just hate him." But what did he do?
allegedly, like I said, we don't know a lot of this stuff.
This is what I'm saying. So you just
I'm
so
just speculating. So we don't know if Kendrick's anti-black, pro-black. We don't know what's in this man's mind or heart.
he's
We
definitely
just
a
know
pro
what's in the
black.
back of his
That's not
track.
a he's definitely a pro black. Like 100%. Exactly. Because that's what
Like,
because bro, that whole meet the gram shit was very hypocritical and contradictions. Yes.
and you know what? To tie back to Pimple Butterfly, because Kendrick warned us about this shit. He talked about his hypocrisy in Black of the Berry. When Trayvon Martin was in the streets, when game banging made me kill a nigga blacker than me.
Is he gonna point out his hypocrisy in this beef?
He foreshadowed his hypocrisy not only in this beef, but like in general, just being a black man that has the mentality that he has or that he had back in the day. Like, why would I weep when Trayvon Martin was in the streets, when game banging made me killing blacker than me? It was a metaphor. Why would I give my heart for all this social shit when I participated in the cause that brought my people down? And he knows that he's part of that. And it's a dope ass painting to how he painted that vision.
Well, he need to make a part 2 and point out all his hypocrisy in this. I got a question for you. Do you believe that Drake is a colonizer?
Do I believe Drake
This is
is
another
a
thing that
colonizer?
would make him a fake ass pro black. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna lie. If Drake is a colonizer, then there's a lot of colonizers running around hip hop, and I kind of feel the same way like about Drake. Kind of like how I feel about all these British actors in Hollywood that can do a real good American accent. Like there's barely any brothers that can get any work and shit. Like Idris Elba taking all the good roles and shit, or Daniel Kaluuya, just putting all that. Daniel Kaluuya playing an American black revolutionary was the most disrespectful shit to happen to black Americans in a minute. But yeah, I'm gonna say.
But those people are still black though.
They are still black, but being a black American is very different than the black struggles that everybody else.
But does that label fit in that instance?
Does this label fit? Now we being like did he set up a whole colony and like started like and pillaging? No, he didn't. In the metaphorical context, yes, metaphorical context, yes, you could call him a colonizer. Literally not.
Drake.
Yeah, Drake. We could call Drake a colonizer, metaphorically speaking. Literally not. And when I say Drake is a colonizer, this got nothing to do with his like racial breakdown or necessarily where he's from. Not Canada necessarily, because there's still like people from Canada I think who understand the struggle. The fact that he was a teenage actor, grew up affluent, faked a whole bunch of accents and a whole bunch of styles, how the OVO sweatshop works, how we can like size people and you never hear for those motherfuckers again. That is strongly like colonizer type shit. Almost like Majin Buu, just taking up the motherfucking styles and you never hear from them again.
You said something interesting. You said something. You said he didn't struggle. So
didn't have the same struggle that we had to go through, but I'm pretty sure like
it's still the same shit. Like he he grew up a certain way. So is it an issue if a black person doesn't grow up like most black people in America.
No, no, not at all, not at all. I grew up in Newark, New Jersey, man. Like if you watch The Sopranos, you know how bad Newark is.
Oh yeah,
it is a city as city, man.
Newark.
Sopranos my shit, bro. I love Sopranos. It's a good show.
I actually own it, bro.
I love that shit too.
I'm glad you said no, because
and you can hear that shit from my voice too. Like I don't sound like I'm from the hood like that. I'm talking all proper and shit. I got one of those movie talk show voice and all that bullshit. But
yeah, I'm glad you said, because a lot of people who believe Drake is a colonizer say that. They say he didn't grow up like Kendrick did. He wasn't in the hood like that. But
I think the dangerous thing is when you painted there. Yeah, he's still a black man. That's not the thing. I think the dangerous thing is when you paint the image of it, almost like, and you glorify that image, like with mob ties and shit like that.
So,
trying to amp up like gangster Drake. Like just like Kendrick said in Euphoria.
It's wrong for a black man to glorify his culture.
It's wrong for a black man to glorify a lifestyle that he didn't live. It's wrong for people to false perpetrate.
Does this apply to rappers?
It applies to everybody, I apply this to even country artists too.
It applies to everybody?
Yeah, I don't like people perpetrating like that.
It applies to actors?
It don't apply to actors acting in a role versus,
you gotta watch what you say.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I can
see people having an issue with that with Drake, like him. But see, I listened to his full catalog, and I think people definitely over exaggerate his gangster persona, because he has songs where he's like talking about like op this and shit like that, but it's not to the degree people make it seem to be. And then like just because a motherfucker didn't grow up in the hood or didn't struggle don't mean that I can smoke a op ass. Like what? Like what the fuck you be like? But people, people are different.
Yeah,
I don't see a problem. I honestly do not see a problem with that rapping on some like gangster shit. But people got a problem with it. I mean, hey, that's just what it is.
Well, I kind of feel it like almost like in the same way where he puts on the fake patois accent and does shit like one dance and shit like that. Like I feel that's all it holds the same tier of him like rapping in like like rapping hood and shit. It's the same thing. Like it's perpetrating. This ain't really authentic.
My thing is, all right, okay, it's not really authentic. Any perpetrator.
Like it's not blood that's beat you.
Colonizer is an insane label to put on that. Even if he is, because Drake is a cornball, 100%. I agree. But for me, I don't think that it's ill intentions. I just think that he's a cornball. He's just a corny.
Yeah.
But I don't think that affects the hip hop. I don't think that affects hip hop. I don't think that affects the culture. That's like overboard shit. Just because he's a cornball. And the thing that I like, I think Drake when he likes something, like he likes it. So he wants to imitate, like he want to imitate that shit, and he want to be a part of that shit. But then like
the Majin Buu shit.
Sometimes it like, bro, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? But I just think that that's a part of his character. He's just a corny, and people be like, which is understandable because it's like, what the fuck is this? What is this doing? But to take it to another level like Kendrick did, I don't agree with that shit.
Yeah, call him a PDF file with no proof.
I'm just talking about the colonizer part.
Just colonizer.
That is especially if you are pro-black and you're calling another black man a colonizer, it's some straight bullshit. Because
I'm gonna be honest. If he behaved like a colonizer and this is a metaphor bar, then I'm gonna let it rock.
He can't behave, so he behaving like what he is, which is black.
Well, him. I'm not sure if it was Black Panther do the OVO sweatshop. Like the OVO sweatshop right there in its entirety, you know, the whole concept of I'm gonna sign you to my label, I'm gonna bury your art, I'm gonna take most of your work, and barely anybody's gonna hear from you again. That's almost on par, if not what colonialism did with the Native Americans. I don't even know nothing
about all that. I honestly don't.
I mean, look at what happened with I Love McConan. You know, that made going up on a Tuesday, signed to OVO, and we never heard from that motherfucker again. So is Birdman
a colonizer? Is who else? What's the name that Atlantic? Are them colonizers too?
What?
Because they do shit like that.
Say that. Birdman is kind of a colonizer. Especially for how this motherfucker did Wayne and them doing deals.
It just can't be a grimy ass shady business. He gotta be a colonizer. Birdman is a colonizer is some new shit. That's crazy.
I'll tell you this though. I feel like Kendrick would never call Adonis a colonizer if Adonis started rapping, even though he had an upcoming similar to Drake. Just kind of having money, being this. He called Adonis a black man too, in Grams, by the way. So
which is another
just have that noted.
He did.
Hey, he also rapped with Drake on Poetic Justice. You know, shit could change. Shit could change.
That's what I'm saying.
But did you get what he just said? Though he literally made it seem like Drake is this racist white dude that's colonizing hip hop. But in Meet the Grams, he's calling his son a black man and telling him to always keep his head up high. And that's hypocritical.
Yeah, his son didn't do any of the shit that Drake did.
His son is still a product of what you're classifying as a colonizer.
So are we. We are products of colonizers. That don't make us colonizers. There's still hope for us to not continue that cycle. And that's what he's trying to encourage for Adonis.
I'm sorry, but that's dumb. That is literally the dumbest logic I've ever heard.
To break the cycle and not be a colonizer like the people before you, that's dumb.
His son is literally everything that you just classified as a colonizer is his son.
Wait a minute. How did Adonis have this music label where he signed motherfuckers that I don't know about?
If that's what my boy just said.
If Adonis does the same thing.
Let's just say if he's because this is why Kendrick Lamar is stupid. If you have a problem with Drake, you should also have a problem with his son too, because he's a product of what you're classifying as a colonizer, of how he grew up and shit.
Yeah, with a similar background, pampered and everything.
The son, to my knowledge, the son ain't no kind of child actor like that, and the mom, I'm not sure how well off the mom is as a porn star.
So he'd be cool if the son just didn't rap, or if he just was just like, oh, I want to be into politics or some shit like that.
It'll be great if the son rapped. It'll be great if the son did whatever he wanted to.
That's what my boy. That's why he brought it up. Color. That's what his point was. So we're saying let's just say if Adonis becomes a big rapper in the future, is he gonna be a colonizer?
If he does what his father did in the OVO sweatshop and like starts burying artists like that, and starts
because Birdman is a colonizer based off of that too.
If he does what Drake does beat from beat, then yes, he'll be acting like a colonizer.
So Birdman is a colonizer, and Gucci a colonizer.
Shady business deals is like on track to colonizer. It's on the Venn diagram, metaphorically.
All right, bro.
It's more just thievery.
All right, bro. I mean, hey, you said it. I mean.
Hey, like it is what it is. Like I said, not all skinfolk are kinfolk, and being like colonizing.
I will say this though. I think
what is the? I mean, ask you this. What is the goal of a colonizer? What does this person? What is he trying to achieve from being a colonizer?
I don't know. Let's go into the definition of colonizing.
But colonizer is supposed to whitewash shit, though, right?
If you're talking about the metaphor, like you're talking about, if you talk about Kendrick's metaphor, how he's like, with his definition of colonizer for Drake, then this, like I said, this is all speculation. We're not in Kendrick's mind. We don't know what the fuck this man's put on page.
Which is another reason why I don't like him, because he don't explain shit. This is why I think he's dumb.
Not a lot of artists explain shit, you know.
Right,
like, did Paul McCartney explain every song for the Beatles? No, but it's still legendary.
I didn't say every song. Like, important shit like this, yeah. What the do you mean by this?
Hey, true that. You know, like some stuff, it'll definitely be dope if like there was like if he appeared on Genius, if he humbled himself to go to Genius and start breaking down his bars and shit. That would be dope if all these rappers did that shit. But going back to the like definition of colonizer and like what's a colonizer's end goal, all that. If we're going by what Drake did and like why Kendrick called him a colonizer, and we're going back to like I started talking about 5 minutes ago, OVO sweatshop and taking other people's styles, to taking the fruits of other people's labor and burying them under your rubble, then essentially that's the goal there. You know, it's to build something on top of that rubble, but that thing is you, and that thing that you're building is mostly shit that you got from them.
I will say this. I think you have some merit to what you're saying, because in my belief, okay, so I'll say this. Rock and roll was mostly created by black people, but it had some country influence that was made by white people. But the thing is, they still stole rock and roll from black people, and they colonized that genre. So I see what you're saying, but at the same time, I don't see how Drake is a colonizer. I think he's just, because he's a genuine fan of hip-hop. Like, he actually kind of knows his shit. You know what I mean? I just think that he definitely does tap into cultures like, you know, Jamaican shit and like, what's the other one he tried to do? The UK shit? Like, I get that. I feel like that. But like, when it comes to American rap, bro, like, I feel like he's cool. His dad's from Houston, bro. He's a part American black, you know? So I think he has every right to be like, I'm not saying this like because you're saying this. I know you're not, but I'm saying like, in the general sense, I just don't understand the colonizer bar. Because it's not like he tried to steal a genre and make it white. You know what I mean? Like white people did that with rock and roll. You know what I mean?
True.
So like they literally stole that from black people. Whereas Drake's just trying to link up with everybody and shit. You know what I mean? He's not trying to steal. Oh, sad.
Right,
Sorry,
no, he probably do. Like I think he do steal. I think he do steal shit. Like on some real shit.
XXX.
Like I think he do. I think because the drum shit, you know. I think he like, you know, in that situation, you know, Drake. See, look, I'm not no Drake Glazer or none of. See, everybody say that shit. I can admit when that got flaws. Like, the fuck out of here. Like,
no, he's definitely a thief. He's definitely a thief.
Yeah, I feel like
I feel like he
a shiesty ass for sure. Because I feel like his whole beef with Metro and Future, I feel like he is a petty that probably just they hoes just to be like, I your bitch type shit. I do think he's that type of nigga. And
like, you think he's and some Gucci flip flops.
And if Drake, because like I said, if he is that type of nigga, I don't want to hang with that motherfucker because he always on some petty shit. But
I just believe Drake peaked at Take Care.
Well, I was gonna say this. I was gonna say Drake is a thief, very much. Drake is very much a thief, but he just doesn't try to gentrify the genre. You know, he doesn't try to white.
Don't get me wrong. I am a Drake fan. Like I know I've been like going hard for Kendrick. Drake is in my top 3 for a reason. Even though I don't consider him a rapper, I still got to give that to him because he is one of the best performers, one of the best artists, one of the, you know, he can definitely.
What you mean by you don't consider him a rapper?
That's crazy.
I consider him more of like a pop star than a rapper. It's weird, you know.
Kendrick did pop too. Kendrick song with Taylor Swift though, so
he did do pop too, but he's not as pop as like Drake is, man. Like when it comes to Drake, like Drake is a pop star. He has kind of sort of transcended rapper in a way. He's Michael Jackson tier. Yeah. He's on that level.
I get what you mean. Yeah. Like I'm not trying to like say it to disagree. I just wanted to know what you like meant by it.
Well, I mean, like this to me, I think he's both. I think he's a pop star because like in his second, what was it called again? His
Drake
second
definitely a rapper for me, huh?
Yeah, he's a rapper and a pop star to me.
Yeah.
Like in the second album, he was actually doing like songs with Rihanna. So I get why he's a pop star, but I think he's both.
Yeah.
That's just me.
That's what I would say. But I can understand. I can understand where he coming from. Where he just say like, I think he a pop. You know, I get that.
Yeah.
But just to damn, what was I about to say about Drake? Yeah, because I am a Drake. Yeah.
So you was
I'm sorry,
say
I
Drake
just spoke
stan.
the bump real quick.
You just exposed yourself. You know, just don't be listening to Kendrick like that. Be bumping Drake.
There's a difference between
nice hair,
stan and a fan.
Y'all caught that? Come on, man. Well, I'm already done. Look, I know you probably just slipped up on
Drake at the same time.
I know you just probably slipped up on your words, but I already know the majority of people just will turn on some Drake before they turn on some.
I want to ask you something, Goalie, like, because I've been seeing this all over my Facebook, bro. Apparently, everybody's saying that Kendrick can smoke Eminem in under a minute. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Niggas.
See,
that's glazing. That's glazing.
I gotta see it.
Yes.
He ain't even beat Drake, in my opinion. He ain't with Eminem, bro.
I want to see the
Not even modern that, bro.
Just so we can see that shit happen.
Emma kill that.
Yeah, straight up.
And that's straight true because
M, in my opinion, is way more lyrical than Kendrick Lamar.
And also,
even modern,
yes, even modern, because in his new song, he had a lot of bars in that bitch. Like, nah, that's not smoking
bars. You don't need like a whole college thesaurus to understand M's bars. Like, he could just, you hear it one time, you get it, boom. Kendrick shit, you got to like listen
that's
to it
what makes
10
you
times.
a great lyricist, right there. But we all got our own definitions. Like, one of my favorite lyrical rappers is Big L.
Oh, Big L's amazing. I love his like annotations and shit.
If Kendrick was coming with some lyrics like that, I would have been like, oh shit.
I always saw Kendrick as a poet though.
Convoluted ass lyricist.
Kendrick's on that 3000 tip. Like, 3000 was like that too. Like, his bars would go over. Yeah, he made Hey Ya. That shit was about divorce, and we were all bumping that shit. We didn't realize that shit was about divorce till years later, till we were grown.
Then Kendrick is a convoluted lyrics with whack disses.
You can see Kendrick. I can see Kendrick and 3000 both with flutes traveling the world and shit.
No, I feel like he is like 3000. Like, I feel like, to me, I feel like he's like Pac. But I'm not saying he's like skilled, but more like he's like a poet. Like, I feel like Pac is an amazing poet, and Kendrick's a decent, like, Kendrick's a pretty good poet, but he's not a good lyricist in my opinion. Like, Kendrick has bars, but he's not a lyricist. I always saw him as a poet, really.
I feel that way too. I will say that he's a lyricist, but he's a very like minuscule lyricist. From what I heard throughout my life, he ain't bro. When I think of lyricists like Big, Big.
If it was minuscule, it'd be easy to get. You know?
Oh yeah.
You say what?
If it was minuscule, it'd be easy to understand first listen. But that's just complex, and that just shows the depth.
But then when you get it. Because he's not really complex. He's really not, in my opinion.
He's not.
With these diss tracks, this shit was trash, bro.
Hey, these diss tracks was just petty.
The disses were not hard hitting. They were really soft, like a pillow fight.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That's why I was like,
people say Meet the Grams was hard hitting.
I don't know if that was.
That was all of America. That sounded like
screaming A minor in reference to me. That shit would hit hard. All of America is screaming A minor in reference to fucking Drake now. Like, that shit, it hit hard, even though it wasn't as lyrical complex as his other work. That shit was just pettiness. Like, what you say?
This is why when people props you up, I have high expectations. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're really this cold ass rapper lyricist, that's what I wanted to hear in these diss tracks. I didn't get that. Every time Kendrick would drop and I would listen to his songs 5-6 times, I would be so disappointed. Cause I'm just like, bro, I know this can do better than this, bro. I know this can diss this Drake harder than you, because Euphoria and the 16 one saying shit.
I know Euphoria went hard. Euphoria went hard.
no.
No, Euphoria went harder than I
Hell
think.
nah.
They not like us.
Not like us. Is his best one.
I agree.
Getting bars and shit.
Euphoria, whack, soft diss. He had a couple of lines. The YNW melody bar was nice. The sexy red bar was nice.
The story about
the push.
my homie first told me to shot me a Drake. Aim it this way. I didn't point down enough today. I showed you I learned from those mistakes. Talking about like not only the Drake, but like the Drake gun. And how you have to aim down for that shit. How he's literally aiming down at him because he's above him. Like that shit was hard.
But it wasn't like ooh. It was cool. I want that Pusha T shit was lame.
He brought this shit full circle.
Why are you breaking this up?
I think
you better. Let me see you Pusha T. Like, why are you even breaking them up? This is you and Drake. This is you and Drake, bro. Why are you Pusha T? You killed that nigga.
Pusha T because he was going to know what was about to happen with Pusha T. What happened with Pusha T was about to happen to him again. Like, you got another kid.
No, but he was that's the lamest shit that he did was mention that he have a daughter. That was lame. Because I said it already. Who cares if this is hiding a daughter, bro? Like what? Oh, just because he hiding a daughter means he's a bad father?
I felt like Pusha T knew that.
Stupid,
I know.
Huh?
I felt like Pusha T knew that Adonis, because he's a son of a porn star and a famous rapper, so he's gonna be brought out. But like, I feel like Pusha T brought up Adonis because he knew that Adonis was gonna be exposed to the public one day. So he's like, all right, well, I'm gonna talk about it so Drake can become a good dad while he's like still not known. That's
but then the thing is, like, what do we actually know if the was a good father or not, or was it just saying that?
See, the wild thing is, there's a whole story about like how Adonis was going to be announced. Like that's why he called it Adidon, because allegedly Drake was going to announce Adonis with an Adidas deal at the same time. There's going to be a shoe dropping, and that's why he called it Adidon. That was going to be the name of the deal. No, Adidas.
I'm glad we're talking about this